Alright, gonna start working on this cabinet, and all I'm gonna do is take the drawers out and get them ready. I clean the rails and get it ready to paint. These are a little different. Some of the other slides, they come out. I'm just gonna vacuum this out real good. The felt, I like the felt in these drawers. These things are heavy. They're just little drawers. This one, for some reason, doesn't want to come out all the way. So, I'll fix that. It's got a clip, you just pry on the edges. Something's not right with this one. So it's got a little tab that's been out that holds it in place, but something's not right with this one. I'll figure that out in a minute. Take the rest of them out. Just pull out. It looks like a half of a hair clip. Come right on. Now, well, let's get a couple more out. I want to see the inside. It's old dry lithium grease on there. It's the opposite, yeah. See, it's just the opposite on the inside. You just pull back on that little clip, and it has a little spring on the inside catch, and these things are sticky. Each one of these needs to be cleaned. Anyways, just want to show you, I'm going to pull every one of these out, use carburetor cleaner to clean them real good, and then re-grease them, put them back together, and we'll go from there. Just wanted to show you something that I really don't see this very often. Look how old this grease, it's so dry, it's almost crystallizing. Oh, I hope I can show you. It's turning into like a white, and it's just stiff. This box is probably 1960s. The design. This thing's old, and this is probably the original grease. You normally don't see this. I only see this usually on old pump motors. Something's been sitting for a long time. But that's just some old grease. I mean, it is. I thought it was white lithium grease, but no, that's grease that's been sitting for a long time. I don't know where this box came from, but I bet it's cold weather climate, because that's what grease does when it gets real old and cold. Huh, kind of unique. All right, just thought it was kind of interesting. All right, just because I caught myself on it, there's a sharp edge right there. I'm gonna take it off real quick. put some weight on this and push it this way because this lid's pushed back. Not much, just enough that I don't like it. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my weight and just try to force this back over. All right. Clean the rails, gonna vacuum the inside. I'm not gonna do anything. I took a, well, I say I did. I took a wire brush. That's all I'm gonna do to the inside of it. The overspray will cover, but nobody ever sees that part of it anyways, and it's not as rusted as some of the others I've had. And I've cleaned all the rails with the wire brush. I cleaned them out, no trash in them. So all the rails, the guides, should slide in and out just fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to talk over the rain. I'm going to take this Craftsman logo off. Probably what I'm going to do is polish that. But to get to it, I got to drill some pop rivets out. Came off real easy. I wonder why. I hold my mouth right, I guess. Craftsman backwards. So I'll finish getting the pop rivets out of it, and then I'll just, like I said, I'm just going to polish it. I'm not good of an artist to sit there with a paintbrush and paint it black. Yeah, it was gray at one time. I was pretty sure it was it's a Kennedy box. I'm not going to take the handles off. They're plastic, little plastic handles, and they're popped in, it looks like. And I'll just tape off these. You know what? While I'm here, these are pop riveted in too. I wonder if I can get these decorative style pop rivets. Well, that came out real quick. Well, that kind of stinks. Half of the back side of the pop rivet stuck in there. Hang on. Of course, I moved my screwdriver. Channel lock. This is a good little screwdriver. the heck? I got just a little bit of metal holding it. Yeah, I'll clean these up. Use the Dremel on it, clean it up, make it look nice. Best I can anyways. There's some pitting rust on it. The chrome plating's coming off. Oh, I had a tiny key. I didn't realize. Tiny key in there. Patent 2377667. That's an old patent number. I'll have to look that patent number up just to see how old it is. Part of it's still stuck in there. There it is. Anyways, here in a little bit I'll be ready, take the other clasp off. I'll be ready to wet sand this. All right, I'm going to run these over the wire wheel, and then I'm going to go over to the Dremel with one of the fire wheels. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Kind of a brushed look. This one I haven't done nothing to yet. I'm probably going to leave it like that because there's not a whole lot. There's not any way to really polish this unless I use a Dremel, small Dremel wheel. And yeah, I'm not good with that. I haven't learned how to polish with a Dremel tool yet. That's one thing I need to practice on. But I am not practicing on this. Anyways, looks pretty good to me. Actually, they're both bent just a tad bit. I probably shouldn't touch them though. Anyways, let me finish this up and we'll go to sanding. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting back to working on that little Craftsman box that's probably made by Kennedy. I'm going to shoot some paint, and I've made this video before. If I'm doing something, I'll shoot a video, so it's a repeat. Some of you guys already know. I'm going to use a pot gun. This is an old pot gun. This is a Craftsman. It's probably Chinese made. Probably the easiest guns to use if you guys got outdoor furniture or anything like that you want to paint. Good to paint with. 40 to 50 psi. For some reason this gun likes 50. Normally I shoot down to about 40 with most guns. Right there, that's your trigger control. That's your trigger. The bottom one's your trigger. This one's your flow control. I suggest when you put paint in it, test it a little bit. Normally, this one I go in all the way and I come back about 3 turns. This one, 2 turns. I go in, come out. It's real easy. And keep moving. Don't stay there in one spot. It's better to have light paint than heavy paint. It's harder to clean your runs up than it is to go back over light. You can lightly dust something and go back over it and it doesn't hurt it. But if you got a run, you go back over it, you got a bigger run. Easy gun, you hook up your air. I do recommend that you have a flow control, air control. I have it on my air compressor where I can tune it down to 50. Like I said, this gun likes 50. Most of the time, 40 psi is all you need. I'm using Van Sickle paint. I've painted a lot with this paint. Tractor parts, hood. Matter of fact, I can show you. I painted my hood and my fenders in my truck about 5-6 years ago, and it still looks good. I mix hardener with it. These are $23. It's $23 a quart if you buy it by the quart, and this is $23. But you don't use all of it. This is for a gallon of paint. I'm only going to use a half a quart, so I'm just going to pour about 1.5 ounces out, or I'll try to anyways. Hardener makes your paint harder. I've painted dumpsters, I've painted shelving units, tractor parts, car parts. This stuff is very durable. It's a single stage paint. You will not get, if you're looking for clear coat appearance, what new modern cars are, you're not going to get it with this. It's going to be close, but just letting you know, some of you out there think, oh, I'm going to paint my car or my truck with it. Yes, you can, and it will look good, but it will not be a $10,000 paint job out of the factory. It's very rare to paint a car or something like that that you think you want $1 million look without doing $1 million worth of prep. For those of you who think you're going to get a $2,000 or $3,000 paint job through a body shop and expect a perfect paint job, you're crazy. I have been to auto body school. I know what it takes. Prep, prep, prep. That is how you get the best paint job. Anybody can shoot paint. I can teach anyone how to shoot paint. There's a difference in shooting paint and shooting paint properly. The prep work is where it's all at. You can't get a good paint job without good prep. That being said, this is a toolbox and I don't care. So I'm just going to show you this is easy to use. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. I'm just going to open it up, mix it. I'm not even going to if you ever go to a paint school, they'll teach you, you measure it by the ounce, you strain it, there's all kinds of things you need to do. That's why they charge so much for paint. When you have an auto body or auto place paint your car, it's expensive. There's a reason for it. All right, let me stir this up real quick. All right, guys, sorry I had to stop. My wife had problems with the lawnmower. And it wasn't no problem. But anyways, I'm gonna use about half of this. Hope I'm getting this in the video. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing and see what I'm getting in the video. This video may be long, I don't know. All my videos are long. I try to show what I'm doing. It's hard to know what someone wants to see without, you know, someone giving me comments. Some of you like the way I do things. Some of you don't like the videos because they're too long. Some of you, your attention span is not very good, which that's not my problem. Some of you fellas like to see what I'm doing. So, all right. Now this paint will stay for a long time, so long as you don't put any hardener in it. And I'll show you here in just a little bit what I'm talking about. Now, this hardener, this paint is like epoxy. If those of you that use JB Weld and things like that, it's an oversimplification, but it's the same principle. A and B mix. This makes the paint hard, very durable. I've got shelving units, I've got dumpsters that I've painted with this stuff, and it holds up very, very, very well. Like I said before, when I find something I like that's good, a good product, I stick with it. Until someone comes along and proves to me they got a better product, I'm only, hopefully that's about a quarter of the can. I'm guessing. I mean, this is not really rocket scientist. I mean, I hate to say the term making a bomb, but it's pretty simple. It's you just mix in two parts together and shoot it. It looks good. There should be enough here to paint that small toolbox. It smells good too. I like this, the smell of a good quality paint like this. This is good stuff. The only thing about using a cup like this instead of a gravity feed gun, the old style, a lot of you old timers have used these, will understand what I'm saying. You cannot turn the gun sideways, you can't turn it upside down. It has to be just like this. Yes, you have to hold the gun straight in front of you. It does not like being tilted on its side. It doesn't like being tipped upside down. That's a pot gun you can't do that with. But for those of you who have a fence line that want to paint, some wrought iron furniture or something like that, this is ideally the way to go. I could buy 7 cans of spray paint at $7 a can, or I can buy this, and I can do 4 or 5 times the area or product I'm painting. I can do a larger volume, and I can get a better quality paint job. Even doing it redneck like I'm doing. Now, normally I would tell somebody, test your gun, put some Lycra thin air in it first and shoot through it before you shoot your paint, but I don't have to. The reason I don't have to is I clean the gun. I'm the only one touches my gun, nothing else goes in it, so I don't have to worry about debris or trash in the orifice and the nozzle or anything like that. We're ready to shoot. All I gotta do is hook up air to it and shoot it. We'll go from there. I gotta set up the camera outside so you guys can see me shoot a little bit, but we'll see where that goes. Trying to see what you guys will see here. I'm outside. It's hard to shoot outside, especially by yourself. All right, guys, let's try this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can't see outside very well. I'm gonna do 2 coats, or I'm gonna do as much as I can. If I can get 3 coats, I'll get 3 coats. The inside, I'm not really worried that much about. The outside of it is what I want it to look halfway decent. You could probably do this with spray cans. The problem I have with spray cans, you never get an even paint. It never looks right. I'm so used to using spray gun, so I use a gun. It's quick and easy for me. It's real simple. There's nothing to it. Using a spray cup gun is like using a can of spray paint. It's the same principle, same thing. The compressed air, the propulsion in the can is just like compressed air. There's not much difference, except I can get more volume, better coat, I can spray better. It just, for me, it's just better. And at the end of the day, I'll probably let this cure for the rest of the week. I'm trying to do this my only day off, so I still have to work today, but I still got to get some things done. This is it. And I might shoot a little bit more with the spray gun video, and then we'll go from there. Now the wind changes direction. It's Oklahoma. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about paint. This is my Dodge, an 07 truck. The hood and the fenders look like a road map. They're dirty right now, but 7 years ago when I painted this thing, it had the clear coat finish was coming off. Even the cab was the same way. The cab was peeling off so bad, it looked terrible. So I wet sanded 600 grit sandpaper and repainted. So paint looks good. I was just going to show you, it's not hard to do. And anyways, I thought somebody might want to see that you can paint with a cup gun. It's not hard, and the prep work's the hardest part. And you can see in Oklahoma we have hail. So, but yeah, the clear coat on this was completely off. The hood, it literally looked like a world map. It looked terrible. So all I did was lightly sand it with wet, dry sandpaper, 600 grit, and then taped it off, prepped it real good, cleaned it good, and then shot the paint. I need to clean it. I live in Oklahoma, the wind blows. What can I say? All right, for those of you that are gonna try to, if you're gonna try to use it if you've never done, make sure you clean your gun. Take it apart, clean it, clean the cup, clean it out real good. Needle's real easy to come off. You take your back off, you pull that off, take that screw out, or the nut out. Your needle comes right out. Clean the tip of your needle. It's real simple. Put it back together. Usually what I do is I go all the way down and then I open it up 2 to 3 turns. Same way with this. It's volume control here. This is your needle control. These guns are really simple. They're inexpensive. You can buy one, Harbor Freight, for $19. Paint your outdoor furniture. I know someone right now that is painting their 10 by 12 outdoor building, the metal building, to match the rest of his property, I guess you'd say, because everything is colored. It's got like a brownish red color to everything. Anyways, he's painting his metal building with this, and I showed him how to do it. He's happy. It's turning out really good. And when I told him, if he doesn't want to clean the gun, throw the gun away. It's $19. I mean, personally, they're easy to clean. These little cheap little guns like this are very valuable, especially if you have a lot of spray painting to do and you want to do it with cans of spray paint. Look at doing something like this. It's not hard at all. Clean it, lacquer thinner. This paint, best way to clean it's lacquer thinner. And normally what I do when I'm done cleaning the gun, after I make sure it shoots out clear, I keep about a cup, maybe 2 cups of lacquer thinner in it. And next time I go to shoot, I'll run this lacquer thinner through first before I put my paint in it, just to clean out the nozzle, just in case I missed something. I think I forgot to say that in one of my last videos. And then I drain the lacquer thinner, dry it out a little bit, and put my paint in it and go to shoot. Like I said, this clear coat, base coat, this is single stage Van Sickle paint. If you guys want to try it, it's good stuff. Our Ace True Value here in town carries it. A lot of tractors here where I live. It's a farm community, and I have painted tractors with this, or tractor parts, almost the whole thing actually. Dumpsters, metal shelving, outdoor furniture. I've done a whole bunch of shelving units with this stuff. Anyways, just like I said, 1 ounce of this stuff to a can of this, and you're good to go. This is for a whole gallon. This hardener makes your paint harder. And oh, that's what I was going to show you. Man, this video is going to be long. I am so sorry, guys. But I want to, if somebody trying to answer questions that somebody might ask me. This is what I did with the last toolbox I painted about 4 weeks ago. Paint's hard as rock. I poured the paint out of the cup in here, and I made the hardener in there. If you put the hardener to the paint, it's like epoxy. It's hard as a rock. So if you have any paint left over, do not put your hardener in your paint. So yeah, I didn't think about it when I did it. I mixed up too much paint. And it's easier to mix your paint as you need it than overmix. Excuse me, hiccups, I got them. If you overmix, and you're gonna do like me and waste. And I wasted it. But this is $23. This is $23. This will last longer than this will. This goes, one of these hardeners goes for a gallon of this paint. This is a quart. So just cut it down, cut your mix down to what you think you might need. It's easier, like if you run out of paint, you're running low on paint, you can add a little bit more to your cup and you're good. Anyways, God, I really do hope somebody gets something out of this video, because if I'm working in my shop, I'm shooting a video. If I'm gonna take that kind of amount of time, I'm gonna show you guys something anyways. Hopefully somebody likes this. All right, I gotta go cut some trees. Bye. ladies and gentlemen. Now, get my hat off, sorry. I think all I'm gonna do now is grease these off, put these in place. Yeah, that's the right way. I want to make sure I get them in the right way. I cleaned them off real good, and it worked on the other one, so I'm using this wheel bearing grease. One, it was free, and two, I got a lot of it. I could spray some lithium in there, but I got this stuff, I'm using it. I like it. It's funny that something we used 100 years ago or longer, and we're still using it. Anyways, I like wheel bearing grease. Just something I've always used. We always had it around. Had a can of it around when I was a kid, so. Just wanted to show you guys that it doesn't take much to redo an old toolbox. I mean, it just depends on how much you want to restore it. Do you want to restore it brand new, or you want a 20-footer? You know, looks good from 20 feet away, and that's what this is. This is a 20-footer. It looks good from 20 feet away. Up close, you can tell that I didn't do the prep work for sanding it, you know, 100%. Let's see, this goes like this, yeah. Well, let me get a rag here. There's one. Let's undo one of these. See how it slides in there. Take the little put tape on the handles because I knew I was going to have a problem painting them, so I just left them. Oh man, the paint's thick on them. It don't want to come off the tape. There it goes. Excuse me. Oh yeah. It's gonna look good. Let me finish up, and I need to get some rivets or screws or something to put these pieces back on. All right, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much done. So what I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a 20-footer. It looks good from 20 feet away. All I did was rough sand this. I didn't do anything really good to it. The top of it, I screwed up. You can see I screwed that up. The back of it. So, but anyways, that's all right. What I did is I taped it to where the overspray would look. It looks like it's possibly supposed to have been red. You really can't tell it was gray and then painted black on top of that. But so now I've got this whole, step back, get a good picture. That's my cart right there. That's I've got exactly $252 in that setup right there. And the only thing I'm going to get now is Kennedy makes a middle box. So I'm going to raise this up. This will come up and put a middle box right there. That'll be the end. Unless I can find a side box, I'll mount a side box on the side. But painting with the cup, all that, there's no way I could have done it with spray paint as cheap as I did with the cup and that Van Sickle spray. Plus it's hard paint. It looks great. These look better than this one, and this one had a texture on the box. See the ripple you see in there? That's not orange peel. That is the texture of the Kennedy box. Well, I say Kennedy. It says Craftsman. I was able to, all I did was carburetor cleaner. That's all I did is clean that off, and that was the original paint underneath it. I went online and looked, and sure enough, there's one. Looks just like it. Remember, I only paid $15 for this box. This little piece right here. But all total, paint, I had the pop rivets, I had the screws for this, all the paint and all the liners and whatever's in there. This whole setup, this roll around box right there, is $252. So, and it's taken me a year to gather all this stuff up. And you know, if you have the time and the patience, you can find boxes. Of course, they don't match perfectly. One's a little bigger than the bottom, which I don't care. It's for more function than it is, you know, for looks. It's just impossible for me. I've priced them, and there's no way I could get all I have here for what I have into it. And everything works great. There again, same thing I did to these. I greased the other ones. They work excellent. Paint's still a little tacky. I thought it'd cure out better than that, but it hasn't yet. Anyways, the rest of these, you know, like these drawers are heavy, real heavy. And I don't have them all full yet. Once I get everything together, I'll do a toolbox tour. But that has as much room as that big silver box in that corner there, that chrome box. And that's a cobalt box. That was given to me, and cobalt sucks. I wouldn't buy another cobalt box. I like these older boxes. There's just something about fixing it up, doing it yourself. And it is kind of tall. Like I said, I'm 5'10", and this is almost too tall for me. But I don't care. I consider this a very, very, very good option to do. If you guys got the time and the patience, you can go on Facebook Marketplace, pawn shop, places like that. Just pick up these old junker stuff like this. And doesn't take but a little bit of effort, a little bit of work, and you can have some good stuff. All right. That's the end of this video. Another one of my videos is probably too long, but anyways, I wanted to show you that get it done, and I got to work too much this week, so I want to get a video out. Oh, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I've got a shelf. I may put a shelf on the back side of this thing, because this one's going to be rolled around the shop. It'll be wherever I need it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked my video. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down. I try to show everything that I do in this, try to save money, and you know what you can do. I hope somebody can see the effort, and maybe they can do the same thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe if you like. I'll have more videos coming up. Probably, I got to do something this week. Anyways, here nor there. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good day.